What's going on, YouTube? V here. Today I'm sorting. Got a lot of cards. Today is Tuesday, it's 1:30, and I'm closed today, but just because those doors are closed doesn't mean I'm closed. I still come to the shop and I still have work to do, which is sorting the bulk cards. Getting the cards in the boxes. You can see down there. Let me just move it up. You can see them all down there. There's a couple of them lined up. All these cards, and they need to be sorted. And everything needs to be organized. So let me show you what I mean by organized. Because it's still not done yet, but basically how this is. I still didn't put the monster traps because I got to go through some of these. I might just throw some of these boxes away. They're kind of crappy. Majority probably throw away. And you got to sort them properly. And that's what I'm doing right here. I got to actually go right back in these boxes because in the past, people have taken about 3 or 4 boxes, and what had happened was they would mix cards in because they're fucking idiots. So I have to go through all these boxes and sort that out properly, and then do them like these. And then I'll label these, and I'll be done with that. And then I got a bunch of dollar binders and a bunch more super rares. There's some more super rares that I gotta go through as well. So I got a lot of things to do. Like I said, it's closed today, but not me. Also, I'm getting a new neighbor next door. I think some massage place is opening up, so that's gonna be awkward. YuGiOh massages. Okay, anyway. So that's gonna be happening today. Hold on a second. So what I'm doing right now, so you can keep me company, is as I'm sorting cards, you guys could help me out and watch me talk about random things. Also, I got these in the mail today. Got a bunch of these. The Shonen Jump things. I already got rid of all mines. I have a deal struck with another card shop who I cannot mention, unfortunately. I kind of want to, but I would love to, but that was the deal. Part of the deal. I can't mention it, but the promo is this guy, Shooting Riser Dragon. Out of all of them, I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10. So I gotta keep 10. The rest has already been sold. It's been shipped to them already. And yeah, I got Shooting Riser Dragons. That's pretty cool. So let's talk why I sort, and you guys can see my sexy, super sexy big gut. As we talk about what's been happening with YuGiOh and everything like that. I wanted to do a video earlier, and I didn't get a chance to because I got interrupted. And that's a thing, but I think my house might be a little haunted, but that's a whole different subject for a different day. Anyway, about owning a card shop and what people think about owning a card shop. And I know I go over this in different waves, or I discuss it differently, and you know, I'll throw a little thing here or there in it, but I really didn't go over everything about it. Now, I've recently seen a video, actually earlier today, done by Alpha Investments. He's a Magic the Gathering content creator on YouTube. Great channel, great guy. I mean, you can tell he really has a passion for making, you know, YouTube content and all that jazz. But unfortunately, I didn't agree with him. Well, I agree with him that a majority of shops don't stay open. I agree with him that a majority of people should not be shop owners because you're not going to own a shop like you play cards at a table. You're going to own a shop and you got to take it like a business. It just happens to be a business that you like, which is card games. For the most part. Some people get tired of it. And that also is another reason why card shops close, you know. But anyway, he mentioned about how majority of people, that it costs a lot of money to open a card shop, was his overall theme. It costs a lot of money to open a card shop, and I'm going to disagree. It does cost a lot of money, but not the way he said. $100,000 is a starting price to basically set a card shop up and get it going. And no, it's not. Let me just go into what I mean by that is it's not in the area that he thinks it is. And what I mean by that is if you want to open a card shop in New York City, it's going to cost you more than to open a card shop all the way down here in Kentucky or any other area. I happen to know that because when I was living in New York, yeah, I originally wanted to open a card shop in New York. And when it came to the prices, when it came to how much it costs rent, or certain areas that overcharge on their can fees, which you don't realize you're being overcharged because you think that's what everyone charges, then you quickly realize, no, this one shopping area is a bunch of assholes who have a street sweeper coming in once a month and is overcharging you on your can fees. It actually happened to the shop I originally worked at when I was a young guy. They were paying way more than they were supposed to, but they thought it was normal. Anyway, it's really hard to really have a shop in some places, and a little bit easier in others, and that's why another reason why I moved down here and I have a shop here in Kentucky, because besides the fact that it's not as hard to open a shop down here, and not as hard to even buy a house and all that, you're not going to have to deal with a lot of people trying to cut your throat. It's one of these hick towns. Everybody knows everybody, so things, people. It tends to be in everyone's best interest not to fuck each other, because there's not many people, as opposed to somewhere in New York City where you can screw a guy over, and so what? You don't know my cousin, you don't know my uncle, you don't know the backstory of everything, and it makes it a little bit easier. Moving on from that, though, I think that, having a card shop, it's gonna be something that you gotta do as a passion. And my biggest recommendation to anybody who wants to do a card shop, besides is if you're gonna do a card shop, you're gonna want to have a job on the side. And I don't mean working for like Walmart. I don't mean some jank job. You better have a pretty good job, because in the months that it is dead, your job not only has to pay for your own expenses, living expenses, your own whatever. Your job actually has to pay for a business, and you have to fully fund the business itself. And it becomes, to some people, they might not understand that. Some people go, well, I have my little side business, I'll make more than enough money. You're not going to. You need to be literally making great money in order to open a card shop. Do you need $100,000? No, not at all. Not even kinda. Unless you're living in a big area, then yes, you have to. But if you're looking to open a card shop in a big area, such as let's say New York, you have to realize you're going to territory that everyone and mother has been to. You're doing something. You're not the first explorer to be opening a car shop in New York. It's really hard to open even a mom and pop kind of car shop in New York due to the fact that there's definitely other cars. And I'm just saying New York as an example, but obviously any major city to have a business in. So as much as I want to say, opening a car shop in New York is a great idea, it's probably the worst idea you could have. Moving somewhere where there's not many people at a lesser population town gives you a better chance of having a more successful business. It just is what it is. If you want to open a car shop in Manhattan, well, Godspeed, but it's not going to work unless unless you sell drugs on the side or you're in the mafia. You're probably not going to be successful in your business. And it's nothing you did wrong. Even if you have a lot of customers, even if it's always busy, it's just because everything's so expensive. And everybody's looking to screw people over. It's the nature of the beast of living in a high population area. I remember living in the city, and literally I would do whatever, it's a doggy dog world, and living in the city teaches you definitely that it's a doggy dog world, that it's rough out there. People are willing to fuck. People are willing to screw, and this is a mentality you always have to have as well, just in general in life, but people are willing to screw another person over so they can maintain an average lifestyle. That's the sad fact of this, how we are in a society today. And with owning a card shop, that's literally what it is. Like, people will just try to, maybe you're not looking, grab something extra, or maybe people will go against you, that your own buddies will now turn around to you and try to screw you over, because why not? It's rough. And people are that's just generally how people are. And in these small towns, it's not as likely, because once again, everybody knows everybody. My landlord finally came to I already talked to my landlord on my house, but he came to my house because my garage wasn't working. And he turned to, I guess, his business partner, the other landlord I have, and was like, I know a buddy in high school that I went to high school with that works in garages. I'm gonna have him come over, and he's gonna come fix it. He's a good guy. I know him. And then instead of letting him go, and wait, what? He was like, wait, you mean Bill? Bill? Is that Bill? You talking about Bill Hodgkins or some shit, his name is? And the dude was like, yeah, you know Bill? And it's like, oh, bro, he's my cousin. Shit like that. You can't do that in New York. The odds are very slim. And I keep going back to New York because that's probably, where I lived and the majority of my life, and have no experience with knowing how people are. Unless, like I say, you're doing something illegal on the side. If you're doing something illegal on the side and enjoy opening a card shop, I guess, I don't really know much to tell you. But going back to, trying to open a regular card shop, it really is hard. And people are always going to try to think of you as a card player if you let them think of you as a card player. when running a card shop. And maybe people will get a little content. I know when I first opened, I was very miscontent, and I would go sit down, I would go play cards, and I would go hang out, and I would joke around, and sometimes I just wouldn't work. And that's not how you gotta look at it. You gotta come on days where the store's closed to do stupid shit like sorting cards, and cleaning up the shop and seeing what you need and always be on top of it, because it's a business and it has to be treated as such. But yeah, looking at Rudy's video, like I said, I noticed that he mentioned, and I don't want to go back to his video constantly. I just want to say that he mentioned that you need a lot of money to open a card shop, and the answer is absolutely not. You do not need a lot of money to open a card shop. You just need to have an alternate job that can carry you when the shop isn't doing well. That's a major thing. Or even if a shop is doing good, still have that alternate job, that alternate source of income that's going to allow you to not be as worried. Let's say if a set dies, or if a gaming company decides to screw you over and add leftist politics in, or Konami withholds the ban list from all its Yu-Gi-Oh players. You have to have an alternate source of income when Yu-Gi-Oh players don't want to play because they're in a crappy meta, or Pokemon's meta shifting, and until the meta shifts, they're not coming to your locals. You have to have that, and fortunately for me, I do, and for anybody that's looking to open a card shop, I really want to heavily emphasize that you have that going for you, that you have that set up, because without that, you're going to be in a really bad spot, and it might not happen for 6 months, maybe a year max, but ultimately these gaming companies, especially their relative track record not long ago, has shown us that they can fuck up real bad. And who gets hurt? The card shop owners. We get hurt. And depending how you cover is depending how successful you are as a business, you know? Depending how easily you can just jump back from that is how good you are as an owner and how likely your business will succeed. Another thing is also being fair. I mean, this goes without saying, but I've seen card shops do some really messed up things to their players. Card shops talk crap to the players, and as a business, you have to really have a fine balance. You have to have certain things that your players know. I'll get like this one. It's like I've been watching jail shows a lot. I just recently watched a show called 60 Days In. If there's something that annoys you, and you make it known, well known, that hey, if someone goes behind my counter, we're gonna have problems. So how about you don't go behind my counter and everything's gonna be cool? And if you explain that in detail to anyone, even if he accidentally goes behind your counter, if you blow up on them, well, the next guy who might find himself accidentally going behind your counter, the guy sitting there that you flipped on, or his buddies, or maybe whoever, word's gonna travel around, hey man, you don't wanna go behind that counter. The last guy got behind that counter, got his ear chewed off, and I know if you go behind the counter, there's gonna be some problems. So I'm just giving you the heads up. Don't go behind that guy's counter. And it's things like that if you make it be clear what you don't want to happen, you know, people will respect that. The players will respect that. I mean, I guess I'm just, you know, ranting at this point, going off on random things about, you know, owning a card shop, but it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of it's a lot of, you know, planning. It's a lot of setting up, and the best advice, like I said, is having that alternate job, or even better, even better than having an alternate job, doing a car shop as a side job. Do it because you love it as well. Don't think you're gonna make a lot of money opening a card shop, because you're not going to. It just is not gonna happen. People think that they open a card shop, then they'll be the next Star City Games. And watching Rudy's video, that's one thing that kind of annoyed me. He made his imaginary opening shop thing about, you know, oh, you know, you need to hire a guy and a girl. No, you don't. You don't need to hire anybody. You don't need to hire dick when you open a card shop, dude. Unless you want to pay someone to sort cards, but you could have someone sorting 24/7. Of course not. You could have someone coming in, and you're gonna trust somebody right off the gate to watch the inventory that you spent money on. Of course not. I mean, some people do, and then they get robbed from, and then they close. I rather get to know somebody, and I feel comfortable eventually, maybe, possibly, sorta. But for the most part, I'm old school Italian kind of guy. I'd rather hire family to do work. That's what it is. If I need to hire somebody for maybe a night, then I need to say, hey man, listen, I'll give you some money. You can run this event for me. Or you help me run a pre-release for the night. Sure, but I would have to know them, and I've done that in the past with good success. But as far as hiring somebody to constantly, you know, especially when you first open, you're out of your fucking mind. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't hire nobody when I first opened. When I first opened in town, I hired nobody. And the reason why, I still don't have nobody working for me is because I don't trust people. You gotta have a good amount of trust for people who are gonna be behind your counter with inventory that you purchase. You know, you gotta hopefully trust that they won't open your packs. You gotta trust that all the promotional product that you get in from gaming companies, they give to the players and not pocket it for themselves. And this is especially significant in the game of like Dragon Ball Super, where the promos are really fucking money. Or YuGiOh packs, or the OTS packs, or Magic Gathering with the Super Standard Showdown. You have to trust that that guy is not gonna go, oh, I don't know where they went, or accidentally, maybe his buddies did something scummy and won an event with some, and then give his buddies the packs, even though they didn't really deserve them. You gotta just hope that doesn't happen. And I don't have that much faith in humanity to believe that will never always happen. And even with family, I understand that to a degree it might happen, but for the most part, you limit it down with family. Because I can always hear my brother in the back room beat his ass stupid if he was to do some shady shit. I can always do that. With someone I hired, I can't. And by the way, you damn sure that would happen. Likewise, if he owned the business and I did something shady, we definitely fight out. And yeah, it is what it is kind of deal. But I'm telling you right now, guys, don't think that you're gonna open a shop and you're gonna hire one of your buddies and it's all gonna be good. The worst thing you do opening a shop is hiring your motherfucking friends. The worst thing you can do. I have a lot of guys here I'm buddy with. I will never hire. I just don't want to. It's just a dumb idea. They will backstab you and then they go through a relationship with a guy that you like just because he said or did something stupid. It's your business. It's the face of how you want to do it. Just do it right. Let's see what else is there. I'm trying to think of other things that like I said, Rudy made a great video, but I felt I just disagreed a lot. Our conclusions were the same. We just came to the way we came to them were differently, and like I said, I just felt like there was a lot better things that could be said about owning a card shop and how to go about continuing to maintain a good card shop, because there's no good like website how to own a card shop properly. There's no real good way to do it. Your customer's gonna come in and give you advice about how to own a card shop. I learned never to take your customer's advice. Even if it's obvious advice, just don't take it, figure out yourself. Because your customers will go, you know what we should do? You should do a free box tournament. I got an idea. Every Friday, do a free box of Dominarius. Free box of this shit every Friday. Just do it. It's a great idea. Taking advice from somebody that doesn't own a card shop is the stupidest fucking idea I ever heard in my life. Don't take advice from your customers. Just don't do it. I ask my customers every now and then for advice. And even that shit, whenever they say, I go, shit, do I really want to? I just don't take their advice. I really don't. This is my business. This is something I do. This is what I have. And, I mean, I might ask them, but for the most part, I really don't. I try to do the opposite of what they do because I find that works out better than listening to them directly 99.99% of the time. I know it sounds silly, but it just, I don't know, it just does. I'm trying to think what else is there to say about card shops. Guys, just comment below if you have any questions about owning a card shop as well. I always like to give as much best feedback when it comes down to owning a card shop. I know a lot of people out there that this is their aspiration, this is their goal, and no matter what, they're gonna want to own a card shop. And I just want to let you know, it's not all fun it's not all fun all the time. The majority of the time, it's not all fun. In fact, when you first open, it ain't no fun. You gotta email a lot of people, you gotta go through a lot of shit, and you gotta send pictures in, you gotta do all this crap. Then you have to send pictures. I know Wizards of the Coast now, they want you to send video of the store. Send us video of the store, they told me, including the bathroom of the shop. So I had to do that for Wizards of the Coast, and that was kind of weird. So you gotta send that shit in, and I said you gotta jump through a lot of hoops just to be able to buy product, just to leave in your showcases, and even still, it's still a hassle because the amount of discount you're getting is nowhere near what was previously in years. You know, inflation is always hitting the card market first, and unfortunately, you can't charge $4.50 for a pack of cards. Card players are gonna go to Walmart. That's gonna be charging that $4. So you gotta keep your packs, your booster box prices at the same price it's been for years. And unfortunately, these gaming companies are going to slowly increase the value of your sealed product. I'm talking to you, Magic the Gathering, by the way. Another thing that I feel that really, really helps out is to know multiple games as a card shop owner. Don't say, oh, I know how to play Magic. I could open a card shop. Don't say that shit. That's the most dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Don't be that guy. I open the only Magic Gathering card store. Every other game? Pfft, fuck you. That's the stupidest thing it's like opening, it's like having a car wash, but for Mini Coopers. It's the stupidest thing ever. Why would you do that? Mini Coopers? Why? That's what it is. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to understand multiple games. You're going to want to understand the multiple markets of the games. You're going to understand the price support, the setup, or you're going to have to hire somebody. And then you got to go back to the part of a video where I said about hiring people and how it's not really a good idea, especially you're opening a card store. So you're going to want to know Pokemon. You're going to want to know Magic the Gathering. You're going to want to know Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're going to want to know all these different formats in all these games. You're going to want to know Dragon Ball Super. And you're going to want to know it quickly. If you're looking to open a card shop, you better have your shit together. You better have your ducks in a fucking row and they better be fucking. You're just going to have it going down because the second you open a card shop and the doors are open, you got all this shit here, and you don't know Pokemon, you don't know Yu-Gi-Oh!, you don't know Dragon Ball Super, you're losing money. You're losing money, and you're turning players away, and players will go to find another card shop, and since they're already there, they'll play the games at that card shop, and that'll be their locals where it could have been yours. So you better know what you're talking about. You better know what you're doing. And by the way, you definitely better know what you're talking about. Magic the Gathering has different formats: Modern, Standard, Pauper, Commander. Jesus, that's basically the main ones. But you know, Brawl. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't get a chance to mention Brawl. You better know what the hell you're talking about with all this, and you better know the meta, what sells, what doesn't sell, the singles, all that jazz. And people will understand. People will, first of all, they're gonna check you. Your players will check you. They'll talk meta, and if you don't speak in that language back to them, they know you're full of shit, and you're gonna be in a bad situation. You're gonna have to be. You're gonna have to learn that shit fast. Like I said, hire somebody that knows that. And I'm not a big fan of hiring them, and it's gonna cost you a lot more money for a lot little reward. And yeah, that's what it is. Is what it is, kind of deal. A lot of card shops don't like to do Yu-Gi-Oh, but if you guys watch my market watches, you know Yu-Gi-Oh's good money, crazy good money that card shops leave on the table for Yu-Gi-Oh. The Yu-Gi-Oh market is super fast and super competitive, and if there was more card stores, it'd be even more faster because a lot more hands will be reaching for that pot. And every day, nonstop, there's a store out there that's gonna try to realize that, and maybe they'll try to make that move to put their hand in that pot. It won't be long before Channel Fireball realizes that Yu-Gi-Oh's money, and they'll be here. It won't be long before Star City Game realizes there's money in Yu-Gi-Oh, and they're gonna come here. Maybe in the past they saw and they said, get the hell out of here. But it doesn't take long before once a company's doing successful and they want more money, or if a company's not doing successful and they need to find a way to branch out to get more money, they're gonna come towards this game of Yu-Gi-Oh. And you have to watch out for that. You have to keep an eye out for that. And as a shop owner, you have to also know that, and you have to know to sell the product. You have to know, like what to say as far as Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering. You gotta know the metas, and you gotta be able to run them properly in your store too. Wizards of the Coast does this thing where they teach stores how to. If you're a new store, they'll be on the phone, they'll call you, and they'll work with you as far as setting up your locals to get more players, and it's really cool actually. A lot of it's kind of like doughy, but it's still really cool for a brand new card shop that might not be as proficient in Magic the Gathering. I do like that a lot. But it's still something that, other gaming companies like Yu-Gi-Oh, Konami, Nintendo, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball Super, Bandai, they're not going to do for you. They're not going to hold your hand. You got to email Konami, you got to go through a lot of crap, and then they're going to give you some idea, but not, as a store owner, if you're opening, you're not going to be able to want to read all that crap because you're too busy, setting up Magic the Gathering events if you're proficient in that or what have you. So it does get hard. And like I said, you have to... Oh, that's gross. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to know what you're doing and learn these games. It's go to your locals, hang out when they're having Magic the Gathering events if you're not strong on Magic the Gathering, and you better get your shit together. Or go to Yu-Gi-Oh! Events, and if you don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, learn from the Dragon Duels and then move forward. Play Duel Links, then go to Dragon Duels, then go to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, because if you're new to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's very hard to get acquainted with this game. It's very difficult, and A lot of people just see that, see all this lettering. They see all the lettering over here, and they're just like, oh, dude, that's not happening. I ain't reading. Yeah, there's a good one. They see all this lettering, and they go, I ain't reading the story that's on a card that does not even see meta play or you know, or has 4 different effects. I ain't doing that shit. And if you want to be a card shop owner, yeah, no, you definitely are going to be doing that shit. Not only will you be doing that shit, you better fucking love it. Like I said, being a card shop owner isn't just being a person who has a love for just Magic the Gathering or just Yu-Gi-Oh. You have to love gaming. You have to love card gaming, board gaming, but mostly card gaming because that's what makes real money. But you have to love gaming. I just do board gaming next. I love board games. But you have to love gaming. You have to love all these different card games. You have to appreciate the different card games, appreciate the different decks. And yeah, that's the best way I can say it for you guys. Hopefully this advice helps you guys out a lot. I know a lot of people get like when I do these sorting videos and talk about like other shit like that. And hopefully you guys really do enjoy this video. I'm just trying to give you as best advice as possible because when I first started, I didn't have much to go with. I had Darium CCG when they did Card Shop Life, an amazing series. I wish it did more. Great YouTube channel. And that's really it. There was not much about opening a card shop. And for the most part, opening a card shop isn't something that a lot of people still talk about nowadays because a lot of card shops in America, mostly mom and pop card shops that maybe they'll hire people, maybe they won't, and they'll run it. And for the most part, that's it. That's as far as it goes. They don't want to talk about their business aspect. They don't want to talk about where they make their money. They don't want to talk about all this stuff because the more hands in the pot, the less money these card shops, these owners get. Because a lot of these guys are opening card shops or have card shops currently, and this is their main source of income. This is their main business, and it should not be that way. You got to be smart. You got to diversify. If you want an average lifestyle, you better. Card shop's not going to make you that kind of money. You're not going to be loaded with a card shop. You have a Magic Gathering pre-release. You know, let's say you make like $6,000-$7,000 at night. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's a ton of money you got there. Everyone forgets the fact that you had to buy all those pre-release kits. The card shop electricity costs money if you're running that pre-release event, and there's also overhead. And you might be walking away with a little bit of change, but that money you have to reinvest for the new set when it comes out, or you might have to reinvest that money into maybe more chairs. Very rarely you actually get to keep any of the money you make in a card shop. You almost keep almost none of the money because it goes back into the shop because it's a business. You don't just take from the business constantly, you build on it. And I feel like like I said, a lot of people think that doing card shops easily. One of my favorite things I hear from people is I love sorting. Sorting is so fun. Yay, sorting. Well, yeah, when's your collection, asshole? I like washing my cars. Washing my car is so fucking fun. I enjoy doing it. I can have a cigarette, be outside, get some sun, get a good tan, clean my car nice and good, get in there, get the rims nice and good. But when it comes down to washing my neighbor's car, I ain't washing that fucking car. Lick my balls. I ain't doing that shit. But people forget about that. People think sorting's so fun. Okay. Try coming on a day off like me and sort cards. Whee! I'm having so much fun. Oh, I almost dropped the card. I'm having so much fun. Whee! Or they'll say sorting relaxes me. Great. Sounds awesome. Oh look, magical mid field breaker. That's a thing. Okay, but this isn't what it's about. This isn't made to relax. After sorting, as an owner, I'm always looking for something to do in this card shop. This is my business. I'm looking to always improve it. Always looking to make it better. And sorting's a pain in the ass. But if you want to have your shit look professional, you got to do it right. So that's the way I can say it. Like I said, I know I'll get some guys in the comment section too. Oh, nah, V. Sorting's the best. No, sorting sucks balls on its best day. Stop telling me sorting's good. It's pissing me off. It really doesn't. It's not good. And you're full of shit. And I'm going to call you on it 10 out of 10 times because nobody really likes sorting for hours on end. Stop lying to me and everybody else. Look in the mirror and say sorting sucks and feel good about yourself because you're telling yourself the truth for once. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe if you, I'll finish these piles. We'll talk a little more. I got like these 2 piles left before I grab some more piles of shit. We'll talk a little more before I end this video. I don't know. It's just, working in a car shop is really fun. I enjoy doing it a lot, but you're gonna get a lot of stupid customers saying a lot of stupid things. I had one guy, looking for Eater of Millions, by the way, Mike Morrison. This guy, I mean, should you fucking not, literally came in, sat down, and within every 20 minutes, asked me, hey, do you have Eater of Millions? No, it's in bulk. He looks too bulk. I'm sorting cards. I'm doing work. 20 minutes later, Come on. Hey, did you find that Eater of Millions? To the point where I'm like, I'm getting angry because I'm thinking about it. No, leave me the fuck alone. Stop it. Okay, you don't gotta be so mean to me. I mean, come on, man. Well, you see, with 3 hours on end, asking for one shitty card, you get kind of angry. That card was trash. Don't worry about it. Anyway, going back to what I was saying though, it's you're gonna be dealing with a lot of dumb things happening to you as a card shop owner because you're dealing with the public. Now, just because you own your own business, it's not always wise to flip your own customers off. Even though Mike Morrison probably watches this video, my customer that I just talked about, he'll be upset. He'll be like, what the hell? And then he'll get over it because that's the kind of guy he is. A lot of customers do get angry. I like to wear my Donald Trump hat. I don't know if I should it for YouTube. I might lose 5 subscribers because evidently in this era, people don't like to be subscribed to anybody if we think differently. Because he thinks differently than me. Why should I be chill with him? Anyway, I like to wear my Donald Trump hat. I don't wear my hat in my shop because I could lose customers based on wearing a hat. And yeah, it's stupid, it's dumb, but I do it just so I don't have to spike up that conversation with my customers about politics in a card shop. I feel this card shop should have no politics needed. Every now and then we can make jokes about it. I know this past weekend I had a guy come in, we were making jokes about gun laws in one of the games we were playing. But for the most part, I try to avoid that for the sake of the business and not to bring up that discussion. Because, like I said, I don't like having politics in gaming. The only thing I want brought into this card shop, the only thing I want done here, the only thing I want the shop to be anywhere remotely about is gaming. That's it. And if it's not gaming, it doesn't help the shop out. Not only does it not help the shop out, it brings a vibe that other customers aren't okay with. I'm pretty sure people don't come to the car shop to discuss political views, even though a certain company, let's see, even though a certain company, just leave that right there. We'll just leave that right there. Just a certain company likes to have political views involved in their game. You know, I don't know what kind of company. I don't know. God, I hope if I lose my shit from this, that'll be hilarious. But anyway, and horrible, but whatever. But anyway, like I said, guys, you can't mark common. Political views should not be in the locals, and that's why I don't wear my Donald Trump hat. It should not be nowhere near the locals. It should not have nothing to do with cards. It just shouldn't. It just really shouldn't, and it pisses me off that it does. Because we should be able to come here. No, I don't care what you do outside of the shop, but you come here and share the same opinion. So that's that. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my video. Please make sure to subscribe. I gotta clean a mess up right now, but it's worth it. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, guys. I do a lot of these car shop videos. This card's bent, but it's a anyway. I do a lot of these car shop videos. This is another car shop vlog of the day. I might show some more footage of what I'm doing. Spoiler alert, it's sorting more goddamn cards. You're never done. You're never ever done. It's never gonna end. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Please comment below. I read every single one of your comments. If I can't respond to your comment in the next video, I normally will type to respond to you guys, let you know I'm a real person, not an Android, and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Your boy V. Have a good day.